This video is brought to you by the EA Creator Network. I got given early access to the expansion pack that's coming out on Thursday, and all I've done with it so far is build a little fairy house, so that's what I'm here to show you today. I personally love the style of this pack. I love the build items because I am such like a cozy cottagecore type builder. I don't really care for occults, so like, I don't really care about, like, fairies or wizards or whatever, like, vampires. I don't really care about any of that stuff, but the build style of this is, like, right up my alley. I love it so much. It's so beautiful. Also, I love the mushrooms that are everywhere in this world. Like, you can see them around the lots and places. They're so fun. But this build style, I love. It's so fun. So, obviously, the first thing I had to do when I got my hands on the pack was build. So that's what I did. I never really mess with making my roofs like rounded because it kind of scares me. I don't think I'm very good at making it look nice, but for this specific build, I found a reference of a Minecraft house, which, by the way, I recommend looking at Minecraft houses. They can do a lot more in Minecraft with like split levels and whatever, but people in Minecraft get really creative with their builds. So if you ever need like a fun reference photo, Minecraft houses can be good inspiration, even though you can't like directly recreate them, obviously. But in the reference I found, it had like the little wavy roof that's on the ground floor. And I just really desperately wanted to recreate a same vibe as that, because I think it looks so cool. So that's what I did. I don't normally feel like I know how to make that look good, but the smoothness on the ground floor looks really good. I think the smaller roof pieces, like on the bedroom lofted area that I have, and then on the like part by the front door, they look a bit less smooth because they're smaller pieces. It's hard to like work with the tools to make it look right, but I still think they look really good, and I'm really proud of myself. So I think The Sims was giving me some kindness yesterday when I was building this. And it said, you know what, we're gonna make this easier for you and we're gonna make it look exactly how you wanted it so you don't get sad. And I was in fact not sad. I really like this house, and I think the roof being like kind of smooth and rounded instead of pointy looks really good with the new windows and the new doors that we got, which is why I kind of wanted it to look like that, because it looks more like everything is very rounded, so then having a very pointy roof felt a bit silly to me. But I really, really love the build style of this new pack. Also, this lot is absolutely beautiful. The way that it's in a tree and there's like a bridge leading up to it, the way that the lighting is on this lot, the lighting that I've recorded the video in is like the sunset lighting, and then during the sunrise it like rises behind the building. So that also looks really cool. You get like the sun rays on the lot and stuff. It's just, oh my god, it's so nice. I don't usually watch other people's early access content because we have two different types of early access in the EA Creator Network. We have like the early access that I get, which is, it goes live like a few days before the pack comes out after the updates come out. So you just get the pack early and it's just yours forever. And then there's also a different kind of early access where they give it to you like, I don't know, I think it's a few weeks, maybe a week, 2 weeks, I don't know. They give it to you, just the pack in like a separate version of The Sims, and then they take it away again. So you can only play the pack in the base game. I have never had early access like that because it's very limited and it doesn't go out to everyone in the EA Creator Network. But I personally avoid everything from those because I love being surprised. I think I used to watch other people's like reviews and stuff because I was deciding whether or not I should buy a pack. Obviously, now I'm not buying the packs anymore. EA just gives them to me. Thank you, EA. Really appreciate it because your packs are kind of expensive. I would recommend waiting for the sales to start when you're gonna buy some. I'm pretty sure there's currently a sale going on, actually. When this goes up, it should still be live. Because it ends like on the 10th of July, which is when the expansion pack comes out. But I don't feel the need to like watch other people's reviews anymore because I'm not deciding whether or not I should spend my money. So then I'm like, I would rather be surprised about everything that's coming in the pack so that I can be like really excited about all of these things that I forgot were happening. So I completely forgot that this lot existed. I must have seen it in a trailer because when I loaded into it, I was like, oh my god, this is beautiful. And then I was like, I feel like I've seen this before. So I must have seen it somewhere, but it completely did not save in my brain at all. But I love it so much. It looks so cool. And I will probably be building mostly on this lot. I haven't really looked at a lot of the other lots. I kind of loaded into a few of them to see like which ones have good lighting for me to build on, which ones will look good for recording them, because, you know, some lots have better lighting than others. But this one just immediately stood out to me. I looked at, I think, 2 other lots, and then I was like, no, we gotta go back to the tree house. I want to build a house in the tree, because that's cool, and we've never been able to do that before. I just think the, like, interesting lots are so much more fun, because obviously we have so many worlds now. A lot of them kind of end up being kind of similar. I know that this is a complaint a lot of people have about The Sims, and I do kind of have to agree that like so many worlds kind of look the same. Like Willow Creek style worlds we have quite a lot of, and then we also have quite a lot of desert worlds now, so it's like how many more worlds can you make that have trees that look the same and have grass, and then how many more worlds can you make that all have sand everywhere? But like these lots make the world have a lot more personality, I think, which I think is really fun. I also think this world has like 3 distinctly different neighborhoods, which I personally really like. I think they've been doing that a little bit more recently. I mean, I guess with Life and Death, obviously you kind of have the same thing of like, there's a kind of occult area of the world, which I really like because I don't use the occult worlds very often, like the world for vampires, the world for Realm of Magic, because everyone who lives there, out of like all of the townies that live there, are occults, and you know, the world is really small. They have like 5 lots each, I think. So it's just kind of like, I don't want to live in this magical world because I don't really play with occults. I kind of like having my Sims live like a normal life, I guess you could say. So I'm like, that doesn't really make sense for me. But then in a world like this, you can play in it like normal, in the like more normal neighborhoods, and then you can play with it in a more magical way in the more magical neighborhoods. So that I do really like, because I feel like it fits more different kinds of gameplay, which makes the world a little bit more exciting. I don't know. And that's just, I've just been excited about it. Because I love the world of Realm of Magic. I think the lots in there are really cool. There's one lot specifically that I love building on because it looks really nice. Like the background is like all tall trees, which we don't have a lot of lots like that. But then I don't ever have my Sims live there because it just feels like they're in a magical world trying to be normal, and that doesn't make any sense. It just kind of feels like you're in the middle of nowhere trying to live like a normal family life, which is also fine, but not really what I was going for. Anyway, back to the pack. I think the build items are really cool. They're all very like naturey and like they look very tree-like. Also, fun detail. I think the way that the sink item that you can like put in bathrooms and stuff, the way that it fits into the kitchen is really cool. And I feel like we don't have anything like that really, where like the sink item that also has like the stuff underneath, like not just the sink object you can place into a counter, but like the full sink item that you can like place by itself in a bathroom or something. I don't feel like we have any other ones that like sit into the kitchen counters like this. I mean, I feel Parenthood, I think it is, kind of has that, but it just looks like a normal counter but with a different kind of more detailed sink in it. But this one, it's like a sink and then it has like shelves underneath. I love the way it builds into the kitchen. And I know that these are like silly little things that other people might not get very excited about, but when I saw that I was like, oh my god, this is so fun. Like I love that it kind of makes the kitchen look a little bit more interesting. Because obviously the kitchen cabinets, they're always kind of going to look the same. You can't really make them look any more interesting than they are. But stuff like this kind of makes it more fun. So that makes me feel happy. And then we also have a lot of like decorative nature-y items to put on the walls. There's a few different like plants that can go on the walls. And then there's like mushroom shelves. I've not been using them as shelves. I'm just using them as decoration because this build is very like naturey, and I like the idea of there just being like, there's just plants growing out of the walls, and we're not going to question it because it's a fairy house. So yeah, there's ginormous mushrooms growing out of the walls, but no, it's not because we've got mold. It's just because it's magical. It's not problem. It's because it's fun and it's there on purpose, and we're not trying to get rid of it. So I don't know. I really like how naturey this all looks. I do feel like a lot of these items, you might not use them for like your everyday Sims build because they're very like naturey looking and kind of look like they've been like, you know, made with fairy wood somewhere in a forest. I do like a lot of the items kind of feel like they have a feeling of it's been made by a fairy, of like it's got a bunch of leaves everywhere and like the wood is very like swirly. I don't know how to explain it, but I don't know. I just like it a lot. I think it looks really cute. And I also, the debug plants in this pack, I will say, everyone else has been saying this, I feel like, from what I'm seeing people talk about on TikTok, because that's the one where I, you know, accidentally stumbled upon it. Everyone is very upset that we didn't get any plants that are actually in build mode. Like, for like outside, you know, we got some indoor plants, but we didn't get any outside plants. I agree. I would have loved to have some of the big mushrooms and like all of the other leaves because there's so many fun bushes around everywhere. Like there's so many fun plants. I feel like they kind of have like ginormous bushes that look like pancake plants, if you know what those are. I have one in our apartment. They're so cute. They're like little flat round leaves. But they kind of have like tree-sized ones in some of the neighborhoods, which I love. And I was like, I would love to have all of these cute and interesting plants and trees that we don't have in any other worlds. I would love to have those to be able to build with them. But the only way you can find these plants is in debug. And I don't even remember if I saw the pancake-looking one in debug when I looked. But almost all of the like outside plants I used are all debug ones. The mushrooms are in debug. I have like, there's like a plant that's like 3 little sticks with what looks like little pom-pom balls on top of it. That's in debug. Love that. I kind of love how a lot of the plants in this world look kind of oversized. Like you're a small little fairy in a normal sized forest. Like I love the size of everything. So I don't know. It just, the world feels very whimsy. The build feels very whimsy. I just really like it. I hope you like it too. I can't wait to play with the pack. I can't wait to look at the cast items some more because I made like 1 sim and I can't wait to build more. But I hope you enjoyed watching my little speed build and thank you so much for being here. I will see you guys in the next one.